Namaskar friends, welcome to the Psychology Masterclass. I am here for Psychology paper second. If you are giving the examination UGC NET JRF or state eligibility test of West Bengal or Kerala or Maharashtra or Gujarat or any other state SAT, so this class is useful for you. Individuals who want to study the full course with me, you can download our app Psychology Masterclass, available on the Google Play Store, also on the Apple Store. UGC NET paper first classes are also available. Prices for these three courses are: paper second is now available for 85% off because we are providing the course introductory with this introductory fees, and we are giving mass discount on it. 85% with 85% off, it is available for only 6,500. If you are going for the paper first, that is 79% off and it is of 4,500. And if you want both the courses, paper first and paper second, that is the combo course, that is for 81% off and net fees is 9,000. Now let us start today's session. So this session is useful if you are giving any kind of SAT or you are giving UGC NET JRF. The first question is match the following, match list 1 with the list 2. So case study, ethnography, retrospective study and phenomenology. List 2 is examining social unit as a whole, naturalistic inquiry, biographical research and life experiences. So please answer the questions. So let us solve it. If we are talking about the case study, so what is a case study? Whenever we are talking about case study is a detailed examination of particular case. If we are talking about the case study, it is the detailed examination or study of a particular case, and this case can be an individual. What is a case? Case can be an individual or a social unit or a group. So we can say that case study is examination social unit as a whole, because we are focusing on the particular case, and that particular case can belong to an individual or can belong to a social unit such as the group or the community. So we can say it. Then second one is the ethnography. Whenever we are talking about the ethnography, it is the systematic study of individual cultures. Whenever we are talking about the ethnography talk about the study of individual cultures. It is the study of individual cultures. So when we explore what kind of answer this can give us, so we can say that ethnography has to be studied within the culture, because if we want to study the culture, we have to go in the particular culture and then study its aspects, various kind of attributes of that culture, and what are various components and factors of the culture. So this can be conducted with only the naturalistic inquiry. This can be conducted with the naturalistic inquiry because we have to go within the culture, then study its components. So the answer will be the second, naturalistic inquiry. Then retrospective study. Now retrospective study means, it means that we are going behind in the time. So we can say that we are going behind, that is we are retrospectively studying any kind of event, going behind in the time and then study. So how we can conduct this? Like if we want to have the biographical research, so we will conduct our study on the timeline of that individual on which we are doing our biographical research. So biographical research is a retrospective study, because in this we will try to understand the life events of any individual, and then we can conduct the biographical research. Last one is the phenomenology, and phenomenology is the phenomena, study of phenomena of any individual which has experienced it. So the definition of the phenomenology, if we are talking about the phenomenology, that means that the study or objectively and subjectively of any live experiences. Therefore the answer will be first one, A for first, B for second, C for third, D for fourth. Answer will be the third one. Let us move on towards the next question. Match list 1 with the list 2. Here the attachment style and the attitudes have been given. Attachment style and attitudes have been given. What are various attachment style and what are various attitudes? So 4 kind of attachment styles are given: secure, fearful, avoidant, preoccupied and dismissing. 4 types of attachment styles are given. So when we see this question, what we see? We see that this question is based on the theory of attachment given by Bowley and Ainsworth. Bowley and Ainsworth, they have given the attachment theory. The psychologist has given 4 kind of attachment styles. 4 kind of attachment styles: secure, fearful, avoidant, preoccupied and dismissing. And it depends upon the high esteem, it depends upon the esteem, self-esteem, as well as the trust, So if we are making a quadrant in which we are taking 2 things, first we are taking the self-esteem, it is high and low. If we are talking about self-esteem, it is high and low. Similarly, trust, which is high and low. So self-esteem is high, and low, that is low and low. Similarly, we are talking about the trust, that is high, and low, so these 5 quadrants are there. So what we see a self-assured, responsive individual if we will see a self-assured and responsible individual having high esteem as well as having high level of trust over the society. This kind of personality was given as a secure one. So secure one is, that is the individual esteem as well as high in trust. When we are talking about that individual have low self-esteem but they trust the society. So low on self-esteem, that means that they do not believe on their own capabilities, still they trust the society, Then what we see the preoccupied one. What we see the preoccupied one. That means that the self-esteem is low but the trust is high, because they are doubting themselves, therefore they are dependent on the society, they cannot have the independent thinking. So we will see that it is preoccupied. Then the third one, that is high on trust but low on self-esteem. So they are the dismissing type. High on self-esteem but low on trust, they are dismissive. And lastly, fearful, the individuals who have low trust over the society, also they have low self-esteem. They will always, either they will avoid the situation or they will fear the situation if they cannot avoid it. They are the avoidant type. They are the avoidant type. So this is the fearful and avoidment, low self-esteem and low trust. So answer will be A third, B4. A3, B4, C1, D2. The answer will be the second one. Let us move on towards the third question. What is a language acquisition device? What is a language acquisition device? So if we are talking about the language acquisition device, what we see, we are seeing the theory of Noam Chomsky, which is called universal grammar theory. Universal grammar theory, or sometimes with this name also, that is the LAD theory. According to this theory, the child or the individual, they have innate capacity to develop the various kind of languages. They will have the capacity so that they can easily, naturally acquire the various kind of languages within their vicinity, within their environment. Therefore, the correct answer will be an innate mechanism that allows the child to develop language skills. According to this theory, every individual have the language acquisition device within their cognition so that they can acquire the language naturally within their vicinity, in their environment. So answer will be the first one. Let's move on towards the next question. Arrange the following steps in correct order while developing a questionnaire on employee loyalty. Let us say it. So when we are talking about the correct order for developing a questionnaire on employee loyalty, so we are developing a psychometric test. So according to APA, the 7 steps are involved in any kind of construction of any kind of psychometric test. There are 7 steps which are involved if we want to construct any kind of psychometric test. So if we want to draw these tests, then what are the 7 steps? So first step is planning. Second step is item writing. So first what we do, we will first plan what we want to do, like we want to develop the questionnaire for employee loyalty. That is the questionnaire we have to do, and then for which kind of assessment we are trying to assess the employee loyalty, we are trying to measure the employee loyalty. So the items will be then selected, like in this we are drawing out the employee loyalty and we will construct a questionnaire. So item writing will be according to the questionnaire. We will do the item analysis, we will do the item discrimination, So the second step is being given in this, that we are verifying the discrimination index of the items. So item writing will include item formats, item analysis, item difficulty, item discrimination, and we will conduct those things. Then comes the third one, and the third one, then we will pre-test it. We will take a pre-measure for this. So what we will do, we will have a try out. We will have a try out for the items whatever we have prepared. When we have tried out, then we will conduct the various kind of measures for it. Like first we will do the reliability check. Then we will do the validity. We will check the various kind of validities, and then what we will do in the sixth one, we will construct the various kind of norms, and lastly we have to prepare a manual so that other people, other psychologists, or the various kind of organization or the people who are conducting these questionnaire, they can easily conduct the test. So these are the 7 steps being given by the APA. These are the 7 steps being given by the APA. When we have done the item writing, then we will have the various kind of tryouts has been not given in the options. Then comes the reliability. So we are seeing the coefficient of alpha. And what the coefficient of alpha? It is a reliability test. So we are seeing that it is a fourth option. Then comes the validity. We are talking about the construct validity. It is the construction validity. And lastly, establishing the norm. Norm is your sixth one. So the correct sequence is, first we will have the C, then comes the B, then A, and then D. Answer will be second. Answer is the second one. So let us see these are the 7 steps according to APA to construct any kind of psychological test. Which of the following are part of endocrine system? So what is an endocrine system? Endocrine system are the glands which secrete hormones directly in blood. So non-adrenaline, epinephrine, reticular activating system, pituitary gland, and limbic system. So the easiest one is pituitary gland, which is the master gland to control the endocrine system. It is the master gland to control the whole endocrine system. So this is the part of endocrine system. Then we are seeing 2 hormones. Non-adrenaline is also called norepinephrine. And epinephrine is also called adrenaline. These are hormones being secreted by adrenal gland, and they are part of our endocrine system. They are part of our endocrine system, and they regulate various kind of metabolism within our body. Then comes the reticular activating system. Reticular activating system is not part of the endocrine system. We can say that certain endocrine system helps the RAS, reticular articulating system, but still they are not the part of endocrine system. Similarly, limbic system is also not a part of the endocrine system. The limbic system, they have their own functioning based, they are called the emotional brain of our body. So C and D are not part of it. So the answer will be A, B, and C. 4 has been given, A, B, C, D. Options are wrong all. Let's move to the next question. These are the options of that question. A, B, D. And this is the answer. Now see this question. Let us see this question. So the question has been asked, which of the following components are used to score the Guilford's test of divergent creativity? So here we are talking about the Guilford theory. And that is the alternative use test given by the Guilford. Alternative uses test given by the Guilford in 1967. If we have to test the creativity with the Guilford test, so we will take the alternative uses test which the Guilford has created and published in 1967. So there are four components of this test. The first component is fluency. The second component is originality. The third component is flexibility. And the fourth component is elaboration. Depth is not part of the alternative uses test which was published by the Guilford in 1967. So the correct answer is A, C, D, that is the first one. Let us see the next question. The development model of counseling was propounded by. So here we are talking about the developmental model of counseling. We are talking about. So we are seeing the Rogers we have seen. Rogers has given the client-centered counseling or therapy or person-centered therapy. We'll see that he has given the client-centered or person-centered therapy. If we are talking about the Harlock has been giving his she has not proposed the counseling, she has proposed the developmental psychology and categorize the development in various kind of stages. So the Harlock has given the developmental psychology theory. Then we talk about the Jean Piaget, the study field is also cognitive psychology. And development. And lastly, we are talking about the G. Egan. G. Egan has given the skilled helper model of counseling which is considered as a development model. It is considered as the developmental model of counseling. It is being considered as the developmental model of counseling. So we can say that skilled helper model of counseling has been given by G. Egan, and it is called as a development model of counseling, which is based on the 3 stages. It is also based on 3 stages. Let us move towards the next question. Mark the correct sequence of steps in action research. Action research. Action research, which has been given by Kurt Lewin, has 4 steps. It has 4 steps, and if we are talking about these 4 steps, what are these 4 steps? So first we have to have the planning. Because whenever we are talking about the action research, that is that we have to take on the action immediately. In those cases where we have to take the immediate action, we start with the planning, and that too immediate planning, and right after planning, right outly we will start taking the action. We will start taking the action, and when we are taking the action, we also start observing how our actions are resolving the solution or situation, or still there more steps are needed to resolve the situation or to solve the problem. So if we are observing, we will continuously reflect upon our plan and improvise as the various inputs are coming while implementing the action, and with these inputs we will replan and react. So this cycle goes on and on until or up to the situation has been resolved or the problem has been solved. So we will continue this cycle up to the situation where problem is solved. So whenever we are seeing it, the action plan is always taken up when we don't have the time for making a proper plan and then executing it. So we start with a simple plan and start taking the actions, and in between we got the time, we will regularly improvise upon it until the problem is solved. So the answer will be, first one is your planning, so C. Second one is your action, so A. Third one is your observing, that is D. So answer will be fourth, C, A, D, B. Answer will be fourth. Let's see the next question. Mildred B. Parton identifies 6 types of early play ranging from the least to the most social. Arrange those plays in order. So this is the Martin theory. So when we are talking about the Martin theory, it is a 6 types of early play. 6 types of early play. So if we are talking about the 6 type of early play, first one is unoccupied behavior. The first play is unoccupied behavior. Then the second play is the solitary or independent play. Solitary and independent play. Then third one is the onlooker play. Then comes the parallel play. Then comes the fifth one, that is associative play, and lastly comes the sixth one, that is cooperative play. Last one is the cooperative play. So these are the 6 plays which has been identified by the patent. Now we have to arrange them in the sequence. The first one is the B, then it is A, C, E and D. So answer will be second one. Answer will be second one. Let us move on to the next question. A neuron located in the retina that receives visual bipolar cells, its axons give rise information from to optic nerve is called. So neuron located in the retina which give rise to axons to the optic nerve. Axons are elongated and reach towards the optic nerve. So when we talk about the retinal cells that receives the bipolar cells and give rise to the axons up to the optic nerve, they are the ganglion cells. They are the ganglion cells, and ganglion cells are elongated up to optic nerve and pass on the information from the retina to our optic nerve, and optic nerve then carries this information to our brain. Then it carries the information to our brain. So friends, that is all for today. I will regularly take this class for UGC NET and other state SAT examination, and if you want to study with me, you can download the Psychology Masterclass app which is available on the Play Store. If you want the PDF of this class, you can also join our group, our channel, that is Psychology Masterclass in Telegram. So for the time being, good night, take good care of yourself and study more, reflect more. So we'll meet in next class. Namaskar, Jai Hind.